his thoughts, his reflections. So we have been closely associated, every almost day or two we talk over phone or exchange WhatsApp messages. Recently, I visited his house casually. Then I was in exile, I should say, because I had to, though I have my matha here in Karanabadu Kendra at Atinagar, with so many people will be coming to me that I won't get time to write. So I had to go to an exile, an unknown place, and I wrote my articles there. I came to know that his house is very close to that place. Then I went to his house, and his wife coming to know, his daughter-in-law, coming to know that I am in the next neighbor one apartment of a disciple living abroad. It was vacant. So I wanted some quiet time to write. She came to know that she arranged to send me the prasadam for me. So it was very nice of her. I think she is the daughter of our President Shamnur Shivshankarappa. So then we had a long discussion. Then he narrated me very good. I don't know whether he has recognized it. I couldn't read fully the entire autobiography. I'm still halfway through. So he told me in our private talks that somebody, when he assumed the position as judge of the Supreme Court, somebody asked him, what is the difference between the judge of High Court and the judge of a Supreme Court? The answer given by Justice Shivaraj Patil is, both are same, but the Supreme Court judge has a greater responsibility and he has to seriously think before passing any judgment, because his judgment becomes the law of the country. He has to be very cautious in pronouncing the judgment. That was the reply given by Justice Shivaraj Patil. Now I will just, he had asked me to contribute an article to his autobiography in English. So as early as September, when I returned from Germany, so he had asked me to contribute an article for this autobiography in English. But I went on taking several adjournments from him. He was very liberal in granting me adjournments. Just before his book was going to the press to be printed, just 2 weeks back, I somehow spent midnight oil and wrote this preamble to his book. To be precise and to save the time, I will just read out what I have written, what is printed in the opening pages of the autobiography, Time Spent, Distance Traveled. Here it is what I have written. A life journey of a village boy to the greater heights of judiciary in the nation. By bullock cart to Supreme Court. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. This is a very meaningful quote from the Shakespeare's drama Twelfth Night. The real greatness of a person lies neither in the first nor in the last category, but in the mid category. If you read this autobiography of the Justice Shivaraj V. Patil, he falls into the middle category. That is greatness, and some achieve greatness. He has achieved greatness not by birth or position, but by hard work and determination while experiencing poverty and sufferings in his childhood days. Generally, judges are not literateurs. They care more about finding the truth and not about the style of writing their judgments. During our conversation, I was amazed by the artistic mind of Justice Shivaraj Patil in suggesting to the designer that the cover page of this book could include 2 images, the bullock cart at the bottom and the edifice of the Supreme Court of India on the top. I think you can show that book on the screen if you can. If you can you show the book? Can you show the book on the screen? Can you? Yeah? Okay. Okay. They both figuratively cover his life achievements, that a poor village boy who went to school seated in a bullock cart could rise to the level of becoming an esteemed judge sitting in the apex court of India. The entire contents of his autobiography are covered by these two images at a glance. It reminds me of a quote from his book in Kannada, namely, Munjavigundu Nudikirana, a twilight at every dawn, which consists of 365 quotes. He has formulated a quote for each day of the year based on his own experiences. One of them runs as follows in Kannada. ಮೆಟ್ಟಿಲುಗಳನ್ನು ಒಂದೊಂದಾಗಿ ಹತ್ತಿ ಕೊನೆಯ ಮಹಡಿಗೆ ತಲುಪಿದ ಅನುಭವ ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏರಿದ ಅನುಭವಕ್ಕಿಂತ ತೀರಾ ಭಿನ್ನ. It means that the experience gained while climbing the staircase to the top floor of a building by foot is quite different from that of reaching the top swiftly by a lift. One requires effort and the other is effortless. I have a double meaning in the next line. Only the healthy people can climb the staircase on foot, and the unhealthy may sometimes get stuck in the middle if something goes wrong with the lift. It has a slasha, pun in that sentence. I think you can understand it. It is a pun, slasha, we call it in Sanskrit. Justice Shivaraj Patil has climbed his judicial career step by step, not by lift. Though physically weakened by age, he has very well maintained his mental health and moral standards toward his public life. The last category, maintained by Shakespeare, that some have greatness thrust upon them, implies that an unworthy person holding a high position commands no doubt high respect as long as he is in power, but brings disrespect to the chair he sits in. On the contrary, Justice Shivaraj Patil, as the entire Karnataka knows, brought the honor to the position he was holding as Lokayukta of Karnataka. It was very shocking to the people of Karnataka that he resigned soon after assuming the post, when a mischievous mud-slinging report appeared about him somewhere in the corner of the media. Though the public at large very much wanted him to continue, he preferred to step down in order to uphold the dignity of the chair he was sitting. He was deeply hurt by the frivolous allegations made against him by the vested interests. The questions raised by him in his resignation letter are indeed very thought-provoking. Quote, my appeal to all the concerned is whether they support those who want to battle against corruption or support those who want to blame the persons fighting against corruption. Such conspiracies with malicious intentions deeply hurt those who have been faithful throughout their life and have earned dignity and honor of their own. Honest people may hesitate to accept such posts due to defamation and with evil intentions. I am deeply concerned that this may be a serious setback to the struggle against corruption. Unquote. Like Shakespeare classifying the people in power into three categories, as explained above, Justice Shivaraj Patil classifies the people surrounding us into three categories. Number one, those who know us and have understood us. Number two, those who are prejudiced against us despite knowing us. Number three, those who are ignorant of us.